Good morning, everybody. I hope well. Can Jennifer just nod? Can you hear me? Yes. All right. Well, good. Well, happy Monday to everybody, and appreciate you all being part of this bill signing this morning. This is a great piece of legislation. We'll talk about it in just a little bit, but first of all, I just hope everybody had a peaceful and restful weekend, and I hope everybody and their families are staying healthy and safe. We're sorry that we can't be with you in person, but we want to keep everybody safe. And I won't say I'm getting comfortable with it, but doing a lot of these Zoom and WebEx conferences. So anyway, it's kind of the sign of the times, but certainly appreciate all of you all being part of the solution with this pandemic and encouraging folks to keep their distance and wear masks and frequent hand washing. That's what will help us get through this. So let's talk about these pieces of legislation. We talk so much in Virginia about being open and inclusive and welcoming to all, and certainly our immigrants and those that haven't had the ability to drive, and even some of them that haven't had the ability to have a photo ID. We actually had a meeting about this bill when it was being vetted in Richmond, and a group of advocates came here, and one of them couldn't get into the Patrick Henry building because she didn't have an ID. And so sometimes, we take a lot of these things for granted, but again, it's important to treat everybody equally and make sure they're welcome. I want to take this opportunity to thank the legislators. You all did just amazing work every year, but especially this past session. Just if you think about all of the legislation that you all were able to pass, it was really an historical year. And so I know we're going to hear from Kathy and Scott and Jennifer and Elizabeth Guzman in just a little bit, but you all have so much to be proud of, and I look forward to seeing you all back 18th. We've got a fairly aggressive agenda, so get your energy up. I also want to take this opportunity to thank all of the advocates. And having served in the Senate for 6 years and then presided over the Senate for 4 years as LG, a lot of these ideas, a lot of the initiatives come from constituents, and for you all to take time out of your schedules and come up to Richmond and testify, and also knock on doors and encourage people to advocate. We couldn't do it without you. So all of those that are listening or are watching this morning, and to those that perhaps aren't, I say thank you very much for all of your work. So we'll go ahead, and I want to hear. I know some of the delegates and senators want to offer some words, so we'll do that. But I think first at the top of the list, the patron on the House side, Delegate Kathy Train. Kathy, are you with us, and would you be willing to share some words? I would appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Governor Northam. And you might see on my screen and here in the background, I'm joined. Okay, I'm joined by Elise and my son Davin. But today is truly a historic day, and it's a culmination of years of advocacy and hard work by Virginia's immigrant community and its allies. New law allows Virginians to, regardless of their immigration status, to be able to obtain a driving credential if they know the rules of the road, pass our vision test, and meet our insurance requirements. And for the past 2 years, I've had the privilege of shepherding this bill into law, and I've heard from immigrants, sorry, helping to adjust something for Elise, but I heard from immigrants across the Commonwealth about how the ability to drive, the simple ability that so many of us take for granted, has fundamentally affected their lives. From the ability to take kids to school, to go to the grocery store, to seeing a doctor, and to go to work. These are our neighbors, our friends, and our family members, and they're integral to our community, contributing about $250 million in state and local taxes a year. And at a time when the federal administration has truly turned its back on immigrants and refugees, Virginia today joins a very small number of states who are expanding access to driving for immigrants. What we have seen from other states are the public safety benefits of these policies. And in addition to a number of new laws that the General Assembly has passed and that you've signed, we are making Virginia more welcoming, inclusive of immigrants. And we are showing that state leadership matters when it comes to recognizing and celebrating the economic, cultural, and social contributions of immigrants. So my sincere and deep appreciation to all of our advocates who join us today, and to those who joined us for countless sessions, some very young children who visited legislators, held rallies and vigils. Thank you so much for showing up, for sharing your personal experiences and lifting up your voices, and for persevering. Today is really your day. So thank you so much, Governor.
Thank you, Delegate. And thank you for having your beautiful family with you today. And I just want to say hi to all of you. Hope you are having a good summer. I don't know about up there, but it's kind of warm here in Richmond. Kind of warm where you are today.
It is, yes, I think we have a heat advisory this week. It's so hot.
Yes. Well, thanks so much, Kathy, and look forward to seeing you back in Richmond soon, but appreciate all of your great work and your leadership. Senator Serville, are you with us this morning?
I'm with you, Governor, from Scroon Lake, New York.
Looking good as always, so welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me to participate in this. As I said, I'm up in Scroon Lake, New York. I'm about 2 hours south of Montreal. It's a little bit cooler up here, but it's a wonderful sunny day outside. You know, my journey on this issue began back in 2014. I had a Hispanic town hall in my district. I represent one of the most Hispanic Senate districts, and at the time, one of the most Hispanic delegate districts in the state. And I talked at my hearing about my town hall about Medicaid and transportation, and I talked about education issues. And then I asked for questions. And the very first question I got from the crowd was, well, what are you going to do about getting us driver's licenses? It's the very number one issue that came up. And we spent about 20 minutes talking about it. And it was at that point that I realized this was a critical issue for the immigrant community in Virginia. And here we are now, 6 years later, having become the 17th state in America to grant this privilege to folks who in our state. You know, I don't think a lot of people realize the benefits this will bring, but in other states, this has been studied by the Pew Charitable Trust. Other states, you've seen reduced accidents, reduced hit and runs. There's more people who have insurance on the road, which will lower insurance premiums for everybody. A lot more people feel comfortable to talk to the police when they see a crime. So you'll see a lot more, I think, crimes that are solved and a lot more community participation. You'll see more tax revenue as people pay their income taxes. But most importantly, this is really going to change a lot of lives. It's estimated that 300,000 people will benefit from this. And this is one of the most meaningful bills I've ever participated in. And, I want to thank a couple different people. First of all, Edgar Aranca Yannock with Bacalao. Edgar this has been his passion for 5-6 years now, and he's been on the front lines of every single event we've had, every march, every event, every town hall. Luis Aguilar with CASA has been out there, along with his grassroots advocates, Lenka, Ivania, and Monica, who I've been seeing a lot of over the last 5 years. Richard Holcomb, Mr. Governor, was actually very important early on in 2015 when I introduced the bill in the Senate. I believe then Delegate Boysko introduced it in the Senate. Commissioner Holcomb put together a study group, which resulted in a much more comprehensive bill, which was the bill we ended up carrying, which got vetted by all the stakeholders, was critical. Senator Boysko, who was my patron and co-patron in the House for years before it was taken up by Delegate Tran, and then Delegate Tran, of course, Delegate Guzman, who brought a unique voice to this, which we didn't have until she was elected in 2017. Delegate Rob Bloxham has actually been with us on this bill for 4 years, gave us some good bipartisan support and showed that it wasn't just a partisan bill, it was a bipartisan bill. And then I also want to thank you, Mr. Governor, for your effort. Your amendments on this bill made it even stronger after we sent it over to you. And we couldn't have got it done and done as well without your help. But just in summary, Mr. Governor, this bill, I can't tell you how many children have come up to me and said, I want to be able to play soccer. I would like my mom or dad to be able to take me to the doctor. This is going to change people's lives, not just 300,000 people with those permits, but their children as well and their extended families. It's a huge bill and it's a great accomplishment, and I'm really excited to be here.
Senator, thanks so much, and hope you have a good. I guess you're a workcation, right? I know you're still working up there in New York, so I appreciate you taking time this morning to be with us, and thanks for your leadership.
No problem.
Delegate Guzman, are you with us this morning? If you could share some words, thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
good morning.
Great. Well, it's very exciting to be here. And I would like to start by saying, like Delegate Franz mentioned, about this historic moment for us. You know, it's been years of advocacy and support. And I would start by thanking the organizations and advocates and the families who drove to Richmond every year after year without giving up. We would not be able to deliver on this bill without their support. So I'm extremely thankful to them. I'm extremely thankful to Delegate Tran, Senator Sorvell, and Senator Boysko, because we knew that this was not a campaign item that we could go around. We actually had to answer multiple questions, and multiple of our constituents, we had to educate them about the issue. So thank you as well for not giving up. And thank you for, I know, to being comfortable with the uncomfortable as you put yourselves on those committees that sometimes we have to see this bill defeated in subcommittee and full committee. Thank you. Thank you for not giving up. I would like to thank you, Governor, because I remember us campaigning in 2017, and when you were talking about diversity and how proud you were of Virginia and how diverse it was getting, and you will make sure that everyone will be respected in Virginia. So I want to thank you for signing this bill and for fulfilling your promise. I want to also conclude by saying that I dedicate this bill, as Delegate Kathy Tran said, to those children who came to our offices in tears, asking, for a driver's license for their go when they don't have to be afraid to miss the bus, that they could go to the doctor, that fear will be behind them. Today is a day for justice, because after 17 years, we are providing an privilege and access to drive to these Virginians, this privilege that was taken away 17 years ago under false accusations. So thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And I would like, if I may, some words in Spanish. Quiero agradecer a todas las personas que han colaborado en este bill a través de los años, por todos sus esfuerzos de trabajo a través de los años, por no rendirse, por seguir viniendo a las oficinas, a hablar con sus legisladores y a luchar por este proyecto. Quisiera agradecer a las organizaciones y a los advocates. Quisiera también agradecer a la delegada Kathy Tran, al senador Scott Sorvell y la senadora Jennifer Boysko, por seguir luchando por por acompañar esta lucha, porque sabemos que no era algo fácil y nunca se rindieron y siempre persistieron a pesar de que este bill se venía cayendo en comités. Gracias por su colaboración, al gobernador, por comprometerse a algo en el 2017 durante su campaña y ahora lo está cumpliendo firmando este bill, para decir que lucharía porque Virginia sea un lugar donde la diversidad sea respetada. Gracias. Y este bill es una dedicación para los niños y jóvenes que vinieron a nuestras oficinas año tras año llorando. Y quiero decir que hoy día el miedo está atrás de nosotros. Hoy día se ha hecho justicia, porque después de 17 años estamos restableciendo un derecho que se quitó con acusaciones infundadas. Y hoy todos vamos a celebrar y vamos a dejar el miedo atrás. ¿Se puede? Sí, se puede. ¿Se puede? Sí, se puede. Thank you. Sí se pudo, sí se pudo, sí se pudo.
Gracias, Delegate Guzman, and to your friends that are with you, congratulations. Just a great day, and we couldn't have done it without all of your help. So thanks, and appreciate you all being with us this morning. Senator Boysko, I see you. Can you offer some words, please?
Thank you, Mr. Governor. I couldn't be more proud of today and this event, being able to see that we are actually going to provide access to a driving credential for our people who live in our community. As Senator Serval said, this is something that I've also been working on for 5 years now. And I can tell you that this, of any bill that I've ever been behind, has been so meaningful to the people in my community. Like Senator Serval said, the immigrant community has said that this is their #1 top priority, and it's been just a great honor and a privilege to be a part of this. I'm so proud of all of my colleagues who are here on the phone, and so grateful for you, Governor Northam, for all of the work that you and your administration did to help us make this a reality. As has been said before, this is going to make the roads safer. It's going to empower people so that they can live their lives, and it's going to make a more fair and equitable Virginia, a place for everyone, which is what I think all of us on this meeting are, set as our goal in Virginia. And I'm just so pleased and proud of you and of my colleagues and of all of the stakeholders who put their hearts and souls into this. I just have never seen such an emotional outcry as the night that we passed this. And I'm almost going to get teared up again, because hundreds and hundreds of people, you get to see that it's going to change their lives. And I'm so, so pleased. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jennifer, and appreciate your words and all of your efforts and leadership. So we'll go ahead now and go ahead and sign these. The first is Senate Bill 34, our patron, Senator Scott Serval. Just so you all can see what I'm doing this. Congratulations. And Scott, I'm running low on pen, so all right, and now for House Bill 1211, Delegate Kathy Tran. I'm going to go ahead and sign this one. All right, there you go.
Hooray.
So just in closing, and congratulations on a wonderful day, and remember that elections have consequences, and we have an election coming up in November, so I encourage everybody to, between now and then, to make sure that people are registered, and then make sure we can get people out to the polls on election day and move forward, not only in Virginia, but in this country. So you all stay safe. Make sure you keep your family safe and healthy. Again, I regret that we couldn't all be together today, but hopefully soon we will be. And you all keep up the great work. Again, we are very proud that Virginia is inclusive, that we welcome people to Virginia, no matter the country you came from, the color of your skin, the religion you practice, or who you choose to love. You are always welcome in Virginia. So keep up the good work, and we look forward to seeing all of you soon. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you.
Thank you.